Hello.
Hi everyone, I'm Jay,
I'm Colin.
and this is Star Wars Conversations.
I'm doing the music for the people watching the YouTube crappy version of this podcast.
Oh yeah, because they don't get the theme tune, do they?
No.
You forgot to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Thanks, YouTube listeners, all one of you.
Yeah, but they're getting an extra special part this week that people on the podcast don't get. So
they are. That's exciting.
Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Not that exciting. It's okay. Anyway, here we are again, and there's a few little bits to talk about.
Loads of things to talk about.
Obviously, the main one that everyone's going to be excited about right now. So it's Sunday, the 20th of October, when we're recording this, and on Monday Night Football tomorrow night, in the Patriots-Jets game, which is going to be a bit of a shit game, you're going to have the new Star Wars Episode 9 Rise of Skywalker trailer.
The final trailer.
The final trailer. So, obviously, if it goes by past history, the end of this trailer is going to come up and say tickets on sale now. So for guys and gals in America, I guess that, the game's going to end and then you can go and buy your tickets. Or you can buy them in half time or whenever they show it. But for us in the UK and other parts of Europe, I don't really know what that means. If we look at like websites here, we've just checked a couple of the cinema websites and they just say tickets on sale soon, check back later. I mean,
register
the game's
for interest.
The game for us is going to be in the middle of the night, like 1:30 in the morning. So, do the tickets go on sale Tuesday morning? Do they go on sale Wednesday? Do they go on sale another time? Is anyone going to give us a sort of clue? Because it's stressful. Getting Star Wars tickets is stressful.
It is,
you've got to get up early. You want to have a good seat. You want to be on the good screen. And you want to make sure you get enough tickets for whoever's going with you. I need to get 2 screenings because I'm going to go to a midnight screening with Colin, and then my wife really wants to see it as well. But we've got a little girl, so we're going to arrange some babysitting and then go and watch it the next morning.
I was just going to say this is an extra special one because it's the first time we actually get to go to a Star Wars premiere together.
Yeah, so the final episode in the saga.
Yeah,
we're going to go to a midnight screening.
Yay!
The reason is, for those who don't know, is we used to live quite far away from each other. Now we don't live too far away from each other, so it's much easier for us to get together. And
Jay couldn't stay away from me.
I couldn't. I was pining. The distance was too much. So I moved nearer to Colin, and so this time we'll be able to go and watch Star Wars together, which is extra special to me. Actually, I think that would be really good.
Yeah. Are you going to do the popcorn trick?
The popcorn trick?
Yeah.
Go on.
When you make a hole in the bottom.
No. That's not a popcorn trick I do, people. But after the movie ends, then we'll obviously try and do a little live stream first impressions, which generally is like, oh wow, it was Star Wars, that was amazing.
This is the best film ever made.
How that goes in the following weeks and months. I mean, I've got to say, and look, I know there are people out there that love The Last Jedi, and I came out of it going, oh, I quite like that. So as you all know, I'm not a fan of it, but at the time I was like, yeah, I think I quite liked it. But The Force Awakens I really liked, and Rogue One I really liked, and I came out of those all gushing. And Solo I did, yeah. I don't think I got to do an after Solo.
You were busy.
Yeah, we were in the midst of having a child, so I actually had to walk out of Solo twice during the screening because of pregnancy-related situations.
Did your waters break, Jay?
No. But
that would have been a 40x special, wouldn't it?
Can you imagine? Right? So we'll do an after movie little chat, and that should be quite cool. I'm looking forward to it. It'd be good.
We could get some food or something from some 24-hour McDonald's or something.
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll go and have a bite to eat because I'm sure we'll be hungry afterwards, and we can discuss it and do a live feed. And I think
and then you play Battlefront 2 for the rest of the night or something.
No. Although I've heard it's much better now. I mean, I've not played it.
They've released a new map.
Anyway, won't that Fallen Order be out by then?
Yeah, I've pre-ordered that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there you go. So Colin will be playing Fallen Order for the rest of the night.
Well, I probably would have finished it by now. I would have thought.
When's it out?
Middle of November.
Oh, but will you be finished it? Because in November there'll be a lot for you to watch.
Yeah.
Because
well, if we get Disney Plus, obviously.
Even if we don't get Disney Plus, hey, look, everyone knows they're not releasing it in all territories at the same time, and it is widely expected that The Mandalorian is going to be the most highest pirated show of all time. And guess what? It's going to be, because Star Wars fans want their Star Wars, and
we want it now.
If I'm holding up a wad of cash and saying, "Hey, Disney, take my money. I want The Mandalorian," they're like, "No, I'm going to take The Mandalorian." You know what I mean? I'm going to go get it because hey, I'm gonna go and get Disney Plus when it comes out anyway, right? But I want to watch The Mandalorian. We're going to want to discuss it. You know, people are going to be watching it everywhere, and you know, you want to be able to go like, oh, I'm no longer allowed to look at any Star Wars websites unless I want to spoil.
Our Facebook will be a no-go area for us.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be allowed to go on my own group. You know, so it's happening. Whatever happens, and everyone knows it. Mandalorian is getting taken all over the world unless they provide you with Disney Plus. So if they can't get that together, then you know. And you know what? I don't think Disney actually care. I don't think they care that people are going to pirate it. I think they're kind of like, cool, shows how popular it is, and then you'll buy Disney Plus anyway when we bring it to you. They know it.
They might sell it on things like Amazon or Apple.
They might. I mean, there was a little talk of in the UK possibly, you know, how on Amazon you can get different channels there. So they might do something like that. Who knows? But you know, it's not far away. It's
not far away, young man.
So unless something happens soon,
we still haven't actually got a date, have we? That Disney Plus comes out.
No.
Great.
No. So, you know, as it is, no one knows what's going on.
I'm feeling a bit like no one cares about us, Jay. No one tells us when we can buy our Star Wars tickets. No one tells us when we can buy Disney Plus.
I do feel a little bit like there's not much talk around what's happening with anything at the moment, you know? And I'm hoping that now, after this next trailer, there's going to be a bit of a marketing push. I know Disney Plus is coming out in the next few days, so hopefully we should see a bit more advertising that, and then with episode 9, I suppose they don't want to start the marketing big time on that until after November 12th.
Yeah, I blame Brexit.
Oh, that's the only excuse. Yeah, it must be. Must be. But yeah, so you know, The Mandalorian comes out in November, and one of the things that happened was all the release dates for the episodes have been released. So episode 1, November 12th, episode 2, November 15th, episode 3, November 22nd, episode 4, November 29th, episode 5, December 6th, episode 6, December 13th, episode 7, December 18th, and then episode 8 on December 27th. So a little bit of a gap.
That's weird. I thought they would be releasing them almost force people into a rewatch for leading up to the film.
No.
That would have made sense, wouldn't it? Like, make it an event. Like, we're releasing each episode. Right, now's your night to watch it before the film comes out. That's what I'd have done.
Well, it doesn't really tie in. So,
Why?
You know, they're kind of going, hey, more Star Wars. And then you got one just after Christmas, which is a nice little Christmas present. The final episode of the season. That's
like getting a Brussels sprout in your stocking.
Is it?
Yeah, getting Last Jedi
episode afterwards is like getting the whole turkey meal.
I thought you were talking about the films, episode 1 to... Oh, what an idiot.
No, The Mandalorian. There's 8 episodes.
I thought you were saying they were letting the films, episodes 1 to 8, onto Disney Plus over different nights so that people would watch them and lead up to the film. That's what
But just before I said that, I said the episodes for The Mandalorian have been
but I don't listen to what you're saying, Jay.
Oh, okay. Well, then that'd be why you didn't know.
My brain was thinking about Star Wars.
The Mandalorian is Star Wars.
I know, but I was thinking about I'm still on Rise of Skywalker, man.
So, anyway, it's
Sunday morning, for God's sake.
Also, for season 2 of The Mandalorian, which is as my understanding, is currently in production.
Carl Weathers is going to direct an episode.
Carl Weathers is directing an episode, which is pretty cool.
Hello.
I like that.
I like that.
So yeah,
I like him. He's super cool, isn't he?
Yeah, Carl Weathers is super cool.
I'm excited about him being in the show.
Yes, yeah, I am too. It'd be interesting to see what kind of part he's playing.
I reckon he's going to give Lando a run for his money in terms of being smooth, I reckon.
Definitely. He's supposedly the guy that gives the Mandalorian his jobs and stuff, right? So here's a question. Here's a question.
Oscabs.
I put this out on the group the other day, and about 2 people replied. I was very happy.
Yeah. Pop question then.
So, the Mandalorian. What do you think his name will be revealed as?
Someone said Dave. Matt was Matt, wasn't it? He said Dave.
Yeah.
Someone else said Jeff. No, Matt said Jeff, didn't he? Yeah, I didn't actually come up with a name. I was going to say something like Bob.
Bob A. Fett. Yeah. Frank said that already. Oh. But so then I thought to myself, because Jon Favreau said, no, he's definitely not Boba Fett. That's what Jon Favreau said.
Definitely not
right?
Boba.
Now, he could be lying, right, of course.
What?
But then I thought to myself, what if they call him Jodo Cast? Because remember, like they can take things from the expanded universe and do what they want with them. And they might be like, hey, there's that guy in the expanded universe who pretended to be Boba Fett and he's like being a bounty hunter and stuff. Well, we're just like using that name as a little nod to the fans. And yeah, look, this guy's Jodo Cast and he's like a badass bounty hunter and he kind of looks like Boba Fett a little bit. Do you think that they would do something like that?
That would be amazing if they did do that. I don't know. They, to be honest, I wouldn't put it past them because they are pretty. I mean, this does look like a love letter to our Star Wars, doesn't it? So
yeah, and it's a name that people familiar with expanded universe. Yeah, right. It's a name that people familiar with expanded universe would be familiar with.
Yeah, I'd be very excited with that.
And obviously, it won't be that same character,
and
but it's just a little sort of nod, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to go, yeah, look, it's not Boba Fett, but it's the guy that's pretending to be Boba Fett. So, like, we just say it's this new character. I don't know. It's just something that crossed my mind. Anyway, so what happened? What I've seen on Instagram, and Twitter all of this morning, is that a lot of the press were showing 27 minutes of The Mandalorian.
They were
right, and they've got a little roundup
to us.
I know, right? We're kind of press-ish.
Yeah, I had a press pass once.
Exactly, right? I mean, once counts.
Yeah. I didn't do anything with it. Oh, I got Darth Maul, didn't I? I got him to do that intro. I might put that on this episode.
Do it, man. Yeah. We should get Pedro Pascal to do one.
Oh, I'll ask him.
All right, cool.
And Carl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I would.
So, yeah, I've got a little roundup of things that they said about it. Now, the first thing is everybody said good things.
That's a good sign.
Very, very happy because, as everyone knows, The Mandalorian is actually the Star Wars I'm most excited about, more than Episode 9. So, shall I go through a rundown of what people said?
Yes, please, Jay.
Okay. So, Steve Frosty Weintraub from Collider, he said, saw 27 minutes of The Mandalorian. It's as awesome as you want it to be. Can't say anything specific, but one scene answered a question that I don't think has been explained / shown in any Star Wars movie. Love that it opens up the Star Wars universe in a cool way. This is the Star Wars thing I've been waiting for. While I love the Skywalker saga, I've wanted to see new characters and places explored in depth, which can only be done over multiple episodes in a series format.
Joe, can I just stop you 2 seconds? Why do you think they only showed them 27 minutes and not a whole episode?
Because they didn't actually show them an episode. What they did, and it's in one of these comments later, is they took scenes from the first 3 episodes and they spliced them together, and they never gave them any real information. They cut the scenes before anything was revealed.
Nice.
So they just
got to
see little glimpses of it, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. So Ash Crosnan said, just watched 27 minutes of the Mandalorian footage and legit cried. Can't say much, but this is real and it's happening and it feels so freaking Star Wars.
I'm going to cry, Jay.
You might. Drew Taylor wrote, wow, The Mandalorian is completely amazing. Saw nearly half an hour of footage from what I was told were the first 3 episodes. Whoever you think Nick Nolte is, the answer will surprise you. Also, it looks as expensive as it is. They didn't skimp with this one. Spaceships, creatures, etc. All in full effect. Cannot wait for full episodes. Nick Nolte, I mean, they said that he's playing the Ugnaught character. And when I saw a picture of the Ugnaught, he looked like Nick Nolte. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, he kind of does look like a Ugnaught. Anyway, Lindsay Barr wrote, saw 27 minutes of Mandalorian footage this morning. Always difficult to make sense of a bunch of disconnected scenes, but it looks intense, surprisingly dark, and very expensive, and not enough Werner Herzog. Mansoor Mitiwala saw almost 30 minutes of Mandalorian footage this morning. It's truly incredible. It looks like the films, feels innately Star Wars, introduces new concepts and add layers that people have been waiting for. Lola Maya Bell, from what I saw, the Mandalorian footage, it looks like they've done an innovative job building out the Star Wars universe through the journey of an iconic anti-hero. Loving that space western aesthetic and feel, clever twists and Easter eggs with creatures and gadgets. Michelle Deirdre saw 30 minutes of the Mandalorian footage. Old studio westerns of the 40s and 50s with a dash of samurai movie vibes mixed in with Star Wars blender. I think Star Wars fans will be very pleased. And Ludwig Göransson's score is marvelous. There's another, this last 2. Slash Film just saw almost 30 minutes of the Mandalorian's pilot episode. It wasn't. It feels like it feels like a thrilling return to the original trilogy era of Star Wars. It feels like a big scale movie, not a TV series. They're still keeping a lot of mystery with deliberate cuts in the footage. The score is awesome. Seeing Dave Filoni do live action Star Wars is everything I've wanted. I can't wait to see more. November 12th is my birthday, and Disney Plus is launching of this show will be my celebration. Also, there's some close-up interactions with Star Wars creatures fully realised in a photoreal way. I'm guessing using some of the same technology that Jon Favreau used on The Jungle Book and Lion King.
Nice.
That can only be described as intense. And then the last one, Eric Goldman, just watched close to 25 minutes of footage from Mandalorian. It's very cool and atmospheric, sometimes evoking the vibe of Rogue One, which I adore. And the title character is instantly fascinating. And there are great action scenes and suspense moments, including some Predator vibes. So, what do you make of all that, Colin?
Wow, sounds jolly good, doesn't it? Very
sounds
exciting.
Really cool. I mean, it's good to hear, good feedback coming from the people that got to have a little look at it. Obviously, it's that thing, as we said about going to watch a movie. You come out, oh, wow, it's the best thing I ever saw in the world ever. Yeah.
I actually do think this will be the best thing ever.
I do think it's going to be really good, and I am glad to hear. I've not normally you'll get, especially with like people that are used to reviewing stuff, you'll get like, hey, like this look, but there's a bit of this which is a bit cheesy. You might get some negatives, but no one that I've read there. I mean, that's everything I've seen.
What time in America does it actually come out on the 12th?
I don't know.
I was thinking I should come to your house and we should watch it together.
Well, I need to download it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm trying to work out. When do you think we'll be able to download it? Will it be an evening? Will it be a morning? Or
I'd expect it'll be the next day.
So that'll be Wednesday.
I mean, if it's... Yeah, because, I mean, I suppose if it comes out in the morning... Well, yeah, I don't know what time it launches, actually. If it comes out in the morning, we might get it that same day.
Yeah. Well, we won't get it, but it'll be on the internet by then. It'll be out there straight away, won't it?
That's what I mean. We'll get it. I don't know. We'll have to look into that. But yeah, I mean, I like that last one. Like it's got a vibe of Rogue One. Cool.
We could do a reaction video. We could do a reaction video. Leave a recording while we're watching it.
Yeah, can do. The Rogue One bit. That's exciting. And
that is exciting.
Predator vibes. Well, he's a bounty hunter. Is it like him stalking people? And like, are we going to get to see through his visor, like what he sees, and what we're getting there? That sounds cool.
That does sound cool.
So
maybe it really doesn't say anything. That's like the Predator.
Maybe, although we've heard.
Does he speak? Voice.
Oh, yeah, we've heard his voice in the trailer, which I was disappointed by his voice.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, because it was just Pedro Pascal's normal voice. at least like with the original Boba, he had that kind of gruff voice, and I was like, oh, maybe like a cool, like, a dangerous sounding voice would be cool, but he was just like,
I was hoping
I'm the Mandalorian. Oh, hello.
Hello, boyo.
I'm Mandalorian.
I bloody Mandalorian I am.
Yeah. I think that would kill the danger sound of him, wouldn't it?
Well, might be like disarming. And then that's how he shoots them. Right? Maybe. Oh, boyo. Sounds like a friendly person. And shoots them.
Yeah, that could be it. So there you go. So good sounding information about the Mandalorian. Lots of good stuff about it, actually. Yeah. So all we need to know is when we can get our hands on it.
Well, why don't you show us something you have got your hands on?
I will. I'm good. Now this might disgust some people. No. So I'm just going to do a little show and tell. So this is for anyone that's watching the unedited YouTube version of this. You'll get to see this. It's nothing that exciting. I've got the Black Series figure of the Mandalorian. So I was going to have a little close-up look at him. Hopefully you can see it properly, because it's a bit difficult sometimes on these cameras unless you've got like a plain background behind you and stuff. But I'll hold him up, let you see him, get a close look at his armor and everything. So then we'll come back to
Why don't you hold a bit of white paper behind him?
Because I don't have any. Actually, I do. I have something. Hold on a minute. I'll do something. Okay. So first thing. So here's the packaging.
Oh.
It's number 94 of the Black Series. I'm just going to go to my camera so that I can see that you can see me properly. Yep. So number 94 of the Black Series. There's a bit of writing on the back with a nice bit of artwork of the Mandalorian there. A little bit of Mandalorian there. So what it says is the Mandalorian. His body is shielded by Beskar armor. His face is hidden behind a T-visored mask, and his past is wrapped in mystery. The Mandalorian is a battle-worn and tight-lipped but formidable bounty hunter in an increasing dangerous galaxy. So there you go. Yeah?
That's good.
So, let's see if this works. Get
Show us your Mando.
White pillow. Okay. All right. Gotta make do. Right. So here's the Mandalorian.
Where's his head?
There he is. Can you see him properly?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. So you get a good look at him. Now, interesting things about him is that I'm just going to make my screen bigger so I can see, because I'm looking at a tiny little thing in the corner. Okay. So I'm going to actually try and remove his cape.
What's his cape made out of?
It's like a rubbery material, but I'm going to remove it and make a cloth one. It's better for posing and stuff. But if you look at his armor, so this shoulder pad.
Take his head off to take the cape off.
Yeah, I will. I'll pop his head off. This shoulder pad here, you see that?
Yeah.
And you see this part of his leg, this armor here on the front.
That's the
Shore Trooper.
Oh, Shore Trooper, yeah.
They're both Shore Trooper armor.
Maybe he used to be a Shore Trooper.
Maybe.
Or maybe he survived Scarif.
Or that, yeah, and maybe he killed Shore Troopers, or who knows. Obviously, he's got the knee pad here, which is the same as Boba Fett's one.
Yeah.
What else? He got his little holster here with his gun. He's got a pistol there that comes out of the holster.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, and you can lock that down. It's got a little clip that goes over there and locks in. All these have great articulation. A good look at his helmet there.
Oh,
some battle damage on there.
Yeah.
See, you can see the back of it.
He hasn't got a little extendy bit like Boba Fett, has he?
Yeah, he hasn't got the rangefinder, no. So he's just got this. And then he's got the same
rocket pack either.
He's got the same gauntlets as Boba Fett's ones. Right. He also comes with this gun, which is we all saw this before. It's very similar to the holiday special rifle that Boba Fett has.
That's cool.
What else? Yeah. So he's just got his bandolier, you see. So that's what he's got on here, that's a nice little rubber one. It's a nice touch.
It'd be nice if he had a rocket pack.
But maybe he doesn't need one. Well, or maybe
that's so useful with those rockets on the back.
Maybe he had to destroy his last rocket pack in the Sarlacc. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
You know, you don't know.
Is that why his arm is brown? He's come out the Sarlacc's bum.
Yes, but I mean, so with this cape, as you can see here, you can see a bit of the white of his jacket underneath. It's like a grey colour. Well, in the actual series, you don't see that because the cape is actually tucked in under his armour. Right. So on this figure, you see something that you don't see on the actual guy. So that's the Mandalorian. That's just like close up look at him. The way the cloth part of his clothes I've done the same as Boba Fett. It's got the sort of t-shirt bit with the sleeves.
Have you got a Boba Fett figure? Be interesting to compare.
I do have a Boba Fett figure. Yeah, do you want me to go and get him? Oh no, I can't get him right now because he's in a separate box packaged away. Well,
maybe for another episode.
I can definitely do that another time. Yeah.
So
there you go. So that's the Mandalorian. A little close-up look at him. As I say, 6-inch black suit figures are great for articulation. I actually went onto one of the websites at midnight 01 to get this because it was part of Triple Force Friday, and they all went down. All the websites went down, and you had to try and refresh to get on. I've got a couple others on pre-order. One of them being Wedge, which is all in his X-wing pilot outfit. I'm looking forward to getting that. And actually, I want to get a couple of other X-wing pilots, wedges or whatever, and just pop their heads off and like get some alien heads and other characters and put their heads on. Just
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Like I'm looking to start getting into customizing figures. So I mean, some people do amazing customizations. I want to learn to do it, but the first thing I want to do is start making some Imperial officers because like when you're watching the movies, there's like you might have Admiral Pierre and those guys, but then there'll be like generic officers just hanging around in the background.
Yeah,
and I want some of those. Like I want like generic guys just hanging around with all my figures to make them into a bigger group.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to probably start with some of those. And actually, the
why don't you make one look like me?
If I could, I would.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, as I learn to do it, I'll make a Colin.
You just stick a bit of brown blue tack on that base, and it make it look like I got my beard, and then that's it.
Well, that'll be the shittiest one then if I did that. I'm going to use the proper stuff. No,
you can get a Lobot one and pretend it's you recording the podcast.
Well, they don't do Lobot. I really want a Lobot figure, but the second sister figure is coming out soon. She's in the new game. In the
new game. But what I'm looking to do with her. People, we're coming back now.
Yeah. So did you enjoy that, Colin?
I did. That's brilliant. Best thing ever. Awesome. Unlucky podcast listeners.
The second sister is coming out soon, and I want to. I'm thinking of making her into like a female Imperial officer, because so I'm looking to get a head. I'm thinking of there's a new Emma Frost figure, and it comes with 2 heads. And I thought I could use the second one and just make that.
I don't know if I want sexy Imperials.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Or what about that one that was
Evil chicks are sexier than goody chicks.
There was that one in what was the other game? The good game. Was Sky Killer.
The Force Unleashed.
Yeah, there was a sexy Imperial in that blonde one.
Was there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. So I'll have a go at doing that at some point. But it's annoying because you have to buy like the expensive figures and then mess with them. Like I want to be able to buy some of these cheap.
Can't you buy some like knockoff ones from Thailand?
I would happily do that or get some used ones off eBay or whatever. I don't mind, but it's really hard. I find it difficult to find them. But anyway, so anyway, there you go. There's that. Hey. So, a little bit of news came up this morning, I saw, which is just an interesting thing. You probably knew about it already, being that you're friends. That Kathleen Kennedy...
she got C thingy.
Yeah, she got an honorary CBE. So she's the... let's have a look at this.
She did ask me to be a +1, but I was busy.
So yeah, Kathleen Kennedy... got made an honorary commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire at the British Consulate, and this is on behalf of the Queen, and it's to recognise her extraordinary contribution to the British film industry.
I didn't realise the Queen was a fan.
Well, I guess that a lot of the films she makes have been made in the UK, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
jolly good.
It's awesome. So yeah, she's
well done, Kathy.
Does that kind of make her one of us? I don't know, but anyway, it's good. It's nice. Well done, Kathleen.
Well done, Kathy.
Keep and Bob Iger was there with her. You know.
Who was there?
Bob Iger, her boss.
Oh, yeah,
he was there.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was quite cool. Kathleen Kennedy got made into a commander of the British Empire. Commander Kennedy.
Oh, that does sound good.
Right.
Maybe you could get an action figure of her and stick it on an Imperial's head.
There you go. The Emperor. I asked Bob Iger. So she'd be Vader.
She would be Vader. Or she'd be an Imperial Guard.
A Royal Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. She looked nice in a red dress.
Yeah. Then you could sing Lady in Red to her.
Right, okay. Let's get back on track. I don't know where I'm going with this bollocks. What are we going to talk about now, Jay?
Well, I believe that you've been reading comics.
Hey, let's talk about comics.
The bit that everyone's been waiting for.
Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics.
Captain Collins Comic Corner.
Oh man, we've got loads to talk about. I'm just gonna talk very quickly and generally. Right, Dr. Aphra. Let's start with there.
Okay.
Been finding those boring. I've just been skipping through them.
Yeah.
But issue 37 is the start of a new arc, and that is one that's set. She did the Emperor a favour. She helped the Emperor.
Oh yeah.
Basically, the Emperor was going to get assassinated, and she got involved and stopped it. And so now she's.
Was he not aware?
Huh?
Was he not aware?
I didn't read it, me.
Like I thought he'd be like, yeah, I knew they were going to try and assassinate me anyway. You know, because
recently, Dr. Aphra exposed a traitorous plot to assassinate Emperor Palpatine. This saved her life as well as the life of her sidekick. And
who's her sidekick?
Valanda. She's this, she looks like a little blonde fan of anime.
Okay.
So anyway,
really?
So she's now on the Emperor's team. Well, not on the Emperor's team. She's on the Imperial's team on a Death Star, not a Death Star, on a Star Destroyer, and she's pooing her pants because obviously she originally got involved with Star Wars universe by doing some work for Vader to help him find Skywalker, which is all a bit of a secret, and he tried to kill her or made it look like he killed her. He knew he hadn't, but it's basically giving her a chance to get out of his life, and him because obviously she knew his secret, so she knew he had to kill her, so he made it look like he killed her, and he thought that he killed her, but he knew that she hadn't killed him, that he hadn't killed her because it was all a thing just to let her off, because obviously she had done him a big solid. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sure.
Anyway, so now she's pulling her pants because she thinks he's gonna have to kill her now because she knows that she's back. But because she's done the Emperor a favour, it looks like he's not going to kill her. Okay. But the whole story is she's a bit scared that he's going to kill her, and she keeps having dreams about the different ways that he's going to kill her, which is quite cool. And at the end of it, he's about to kill her dad of this episode, of this issue. So that was really good. So actually, I'm back on board. I'll read the rest of the story.
Okay, that's good.
So that's it in a nutshell. That one.
Okay.
So the other things I've been reading, the actual Star Wars title, which I've heard is finishing at issue 80, which I think might just be
the main Star Wars title is.
But I think they're just going to relaunch it because I've heard they are then going to set it in the time between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. That's what I've heard.
Oh.
To me, I would just set it after Force Awakens, after after anything, to be honest, because they can do it anywhere then, because there's no films coming out, so yeah. That's what I would. Anyway, so that carry on this story, this Rogues and Rebels, and to be honest, it's going on a bit long now.
It sounds like a lot happened.
Yeah, there's a lot happened. I mean, this is really. I mean, Luke's basically been following around this girl and basically falling for her guff, and Chewie and C-3PO on a rock planet, and they were going to blow it up, but then they realised there were rock creatures on there that were actually alive, and then Vader's turned up, and they were going to use it to blow up some of the Imperials, but now they've got this whole thing where they can't really blow it up because they're just live people, but they want to blow it up because it's a good opportunity, but then they're getting captured. And there's a bit with Darth Vader talking to C-3PO, and you're thinking, well, Darth Vader must recognise him. and there's like Luke being a bit of a puppy.
Familiar about destroyed. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah, and there's Leia and Han on another mission with some bloke that fancies Leia, and it's all a bit. It's all right. I mean, it's okay. I'm just bored with it a little bit bored with it. Then there were a couple of one shots. There was the Kylo Ren one shot by Tom.
How was that?
It was okay. It was pretty good.
Did you learn anything new about Kylo Ren or Ben Solo?
I think they're just trying to make it out that he has just gone mental. He is just a badass now because he just wants to kill anyone and everyone.
So where is this one set? Like, at what point is this one set?
I'm trying to work out. I think
it's Snoke in it. I think it must be set. That's great airtime there, isn't it?
Well, I'll pause. I'll edit it while I'm thinking. So I tell you what, it doesn't even say. But it does have some bloke who's questioning him a little bit, but then sees how badass he is. Basically, he goes to fight in the same place that Vader fought a battle. And it's very, he's trying to be like Vader, and he's basically trying to do something that Vader couldn't do. And he does it, and he's a badass. And there's this old Imperial stormtrooper that's been brought back into it because he knows the area. And he's
I hate that. I hate that. He was trying to do something that Vader couldn't do, but then he does it because Kylo Ren, our new character, is so much better than Vader. So I did see somebody on Instagram had put up a bit of artwork. I don't know what the account was, but I really liked it, and all it was kind of like what if Ben Solo wasn't a bad guy?
Yeah,
and it was just a picture of like Adam Driver, and he had like Solo's gun, and he was wearing like Solo's clothes, and I was like, it looks really cool,
Yeah.
Nice artwork.
So I also read the Rey one shot, and this is set in between Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Basically, she makes a stop off on the way to Atu, and it's boring and not really worth reading. So next one is the Road Tico one. Now, so this is actually quite a nice story. It's a story.
This was the one you were looking forward to the most.
Well, I mean, I can't say I enjoyed it because I didn't, because I don't care about the characters. Mm-hmm. But the actual story is quite sweet, and it's about her and her sister and some original like this adventure they went on, and it's quite poignant. And it's to be honest, right, the person that wrote all of these stories, Tom Taylor, is a good writer. And the stories are good. The stories are okay, but I'm just not interested in them.
Yeah.
So I think this is the real hard thing. I do not care. But
I understand.
The problem is that he's telling nice little stories, but they have no impact on what's happening with the films. But about characters, I don't care about, apart from Rey. But I don't really. But there wasn't. There was, it's so difficult to write stories in this era. 3 months before a film's about to come out.
Yeah, because you can't really do anything, can you?
So I'm definitely not blaming the writer on this. And the art's good, It's just, why are they doing it? It's
pointless. Well, it is like, what do you do with the characters? Because you can't make anything happen to them because they're going to be in the movies.
Exactly. So it's a nice little story about. It is a nice story about her, but not bothered. Then there's a Snoke one, right? Again, this is the one I was really looking forward to, but all it is him testing Rilo, not Rilo. What's his name?
Rilo.
Kylo. Rilo's how we ship Rey and Kylo. Yeah, it's basically just about him, and he takes basically Kylo to Dagobah and sticks him in the cave, and he has to fight Luke Skywalker, fake, and then he sees fake parents. So doesn't tell you anything about Snoke. So again, it's just another pointless book because he obviously the writer's not allowed to tell you anything about Snoke, so we don't find anything about Snoke. It's really annoying, man. I'm really, really annoyed I spent so much money on those comics. So that's the one-shots. I think that's them done now, thank God.
That's good.
Then there's the tie-in to Jedi Fallen Order called Dark Temple.
Okay.
And this is following a character. What is her name? I can't even remember her name. This is not a good sign. So basically, it's following this Jedi apprentice, and I think she's going to be a character in the story, in the film, in the game. But I'm not really. To be honest, I've read 3 issues of it, and I'm bored.
Wow. Yeah, that's the point. Actually, are there actually any comics coming out to tie in with the game, like introduce you to all the other characters?
Well, no. So this is obviously introducing you to this character who obviously is going to be in the game.
Okay.
And it has got the second sister in it, whatever her name is.
Okay. Yeah.
But to be honest, I just don't care. I think if this had come out after the game,
then you'd be more invested in the characters.
Because I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
It's just generic. A Jedi, because we've seen this story so million times now. A Jedi has escaped, is at the end of the Old Republic. It's being hunted down by Order 66.
Yeah.
And she's on a planet where the people don't trust her, and some people have basically betrayed her, but then some of them are being good to her, and her master's been in trouble, and the Jedi and the Imperials are hunting her. I've seen the story so many times that it's really difficult. I'm just thinking like, I can tell you what's going to happen. So I basically skimmed through it. So it wasn't that great. I probably will reread it once I played the game, and then I'll probably tell you a bit more whether it's actually any good.
So the main character from the game is Cal Kestis, yeah?
Yeah, so this isn't the main character. This is obviously someone he goes to.
Okay, because I was going to say, is there anything about him? Because obviously that's what you want to have tied into the game, because that's who you're going to be playing.
But again, no. It's really...
So hold on, was that a no?
Yeah, it's a no. It's a pointless comic, basically.
Wow.
At the moment, I mean, unless this character becomes really relevant in the game, which I don't know if she does, it's really hard to tell. So at the moment, it could be anything. Yeah. Then we've got the end of, well, not the end of it, but more issues on Target Vader, which was the storyline, which is replacing the Darth Vader comic at the moment. It's a mini-series, and this is where some rebels have basically set a group of bounty hunters after Vader, but they're also being hunted by the Imperials. So Vader's hunting them, but they're hunting him. Most of the characters we don't know, apart from Dengar. And at the end of issue 4, which I've just read, surprise, surprise, Dengar's actually on the Imperial side, and he's betrayed.
What?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. So I just spoiled that for you.
Why is it though in Star Wars, right, that they always make bounty hunters baddies?
I don't know.
Because in reality, bounty hunters aren't necessarily baddies, right? They're just going after someone's got price off the head.
So the rest of the bounty hunters, I mean, to be fair, actually issue 4 was all right because the storytelling started intercutting. Like one of them would go to attack Vader, and then it'd give you a bit of that backstory and show you like why this Gamorrean guard is so upset because her family had been killed by the Imperials. Right.
Okay.
I mean, so it was a bit more interesting.
Was she actually a Gamorrean guard or just a Gamorrean?
No, she was one of those Gamorreans.
Okay.
She was a green pig.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a bit. So, again, there's nothing wrong with the comic. I'm probably just a bit burnt out trying to read all his Star Wars comics. But so the last one I'm going to tell you about is the most interesting one potentially, and that is Journey to Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars Allegiance. Okay. So this is a 6-issue series that's coming out weekly. So I've just read the first 2 issues, written by someone Sachs. What's his name? Her name, his name, I don't know. Ethan Sachs, and Luke Ross is doing the art, who did that Darth Maul comic.
Okay.
And it's okay so far. Do
you feel like you're getting an insight into anything?
So I'll tell you what it is telling me. It's telling me that Kylo is absolutely obsessed with wiping out anyone to do with the Resistance now.
Okay.
So basically, it starts off on a planet that have literally let them come through and let them have a drink or something. And they've always been a neutral planet. They make a big point about saying this has always been a neutral planet, even with the Empire. And because they just let them have a drink on this planet, Kylo destroys the entire planet. So
overkill.
Yeah. And so basically what it's sort of showing is like that currently the Resistance camp is on a garbage planet of a note. And so it's sort of really saying they are basically hiding, running, still trying to get. I mean, I can't tell how far into between the 2 films it is, whether it's straight after or it can't be straight after. So it's got to be at least a few months. But basically, they're still looking to find friends and people to support them. They are on the run, and basically Leia sort of has a little bit of a conversation saying, look, she can't carry on just being hiding. That's not what the Resistance is about. And so she asks Rose and C-3PO and to Rey to pilot and Chewie, and they go off on a mission to try and find friends. And Rey is basically in this situation where she's getting a bit frustrated and bored. She's on this garbage planet. She's supposed to be scavenging. But she ends up picking fights with monsters, I think, because she's feeling like, she needs to do something. She needs to test herself, that kind of stuff. So that is sort of interesting. It doesn't quite feel like the Rey we know, particularly where she was at the end of the film. Poe and Finn have gone off on another mission to find some weapons. That's now on a little side story. And now being chased by a shape-changing alien that's in the Galaxy Edge comic. Yeah. And basically what it is, after the first issue, they go to Mon Calamari. So the story is
very watery.
Leia, Rey, Chewie, C-3PO, and Rose have gone to Mon Calamari, and she's trying to get them to be on their side. So you know that there's 2 races on Mon Calamari. Yep. There's the Akbar people, and then there's the Squidhead people.
Yeah.
The Quarrens. I can't know what Akbars are called. Yeah. Mon Calamaris and Quarrens.
Yeah, the Mon Calamaris, the planet's Mon Calamari.
Yeah. And so the Quarrens basically hate her and are saying, you shouldn't come here. Because obviously they know that First Order are killing everyone that they're talking to. And also it flashes, well, it doesn't flash back, but because I've read so many comics recently in the Darth Vader comic, they go to Calamari and they basically cause a load of problems there. That's how they get them involved originally in the New Republic, in the dark times of the Galactic Empire, and that's when they start slaving them all up. And there's also an episode of something else that I read recently where they talked about calamari. So basically, everyone's going to calamari.
Everyone likes eating squid,
causing them grief. And then the second issue is more about it. There's not much happening in the second issue apart from a lot of political talking.
I don't understand. She's more about.
Me neither, Suri. And also, bounty hunters are following Finn now, and they're trying to capture him. So,
is one of them Zori Bliss?
No.
Oh.
Luckily. Anyway, so at the moment, I can't really tell you too much. We're only 2 issues in. Actually, it's only 4 issues, so we are halfway. Okay. Brilliant.
Cool.
There you go. That's my comic roundup, guys.
Exciting Star Wars
Reading
comics.
it so you don't have to.
Yay. So just we'll tie this up in a second, but just quickly, there was a picture of Zori Bliss released recently, and she was holding some kind of disc in her hand. And people are speculating because there was a Black Series figure of C-3PO released just recently, and the back of his head comes off, and there's a little bit in the back that looks very similar to the disc she's holding. Then obviously the scenes where his eyes are red, people are wondering if it's got anything to do with that. Yeah.
She turned him into 000.
But I also know if the spoilers that I've read are accurate, then I kind of know a bit about that scene, so I'm not going to comment on it. The other thing is, and this is not part of this is not confirmed. So apparently, a few days ago, the official Star Wars UK Twitter account stated The Mandalorian is coming to you in early 2020 for the UK. And someone else has posted about it coming to us at Easter.
Even better.
So I don't know how accurate that part is, but the official account said early 2020.
Maybe that was season 2 they were talking about.
Yeah, I doubt it. So yeah, there's going to be some piracy going on.
Can't wait for Easter.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Anyway, I think that
I'm not going to watch it till Easter now.
Okay, you don't watch it till Easter.
Yeah.
And let me know how that works out.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to watch it till Easter because it would be wrong of me to watch it before it comes out.
Apparently so. Anyway, I think we've taken up enough of our listeners' precious time because we know they're very busy.
Okay.
I think we should just go. Should we
go? I could talk Star Wars a bit longer, but I guess we should go, I guess.
Let's get out of here. We'll pick this up another time.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we go, we'd just like to say that thank you for listening / watching. And, you can find us. /sleeping. You can find us all over the internet. This all started with the Facebook group Star Wars Conversation. So if you go there, you'll find us there. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Star Wars Convo, # Star Wars Convo. You can find us on all the podcast places, Stitcher,
all the podcast
iTunes,
places.
All the other ones, and the TaylorNetwork of podcasts.
Fantastic.
Yes.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, there's loads of other stuff on there. Some kind of podcast about the TARDIS and which we were on that recently. So check out that episode at least.
Only check that one out.
There's Go Trek Yourself. There's a few others in there. But something for everybody with all kinds of interests. So go check out TaylorNetwork podcasts. And I'll say that's it for this week.
I reckon it is.
Okay, so until next time.
Punch it, Chewie.
May the Force be with you.